Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy and the incredibly difficult situation he finds himself in, running for president for running to be the U.S. president in 2024 because of the debacle that Donald Trump has prompted, and I think Donald Trump did a lot of behavior that made him very susceptible to be a target for the Democrat Party. And I think the Democrat Party could have moved forward and might have had some legitimate complaints with him, but nothing to the level of what they're doing, right? So let's talk about the problem that Vivek Ramaswamy finds himself in. So Vivek Ramaswamy finds himself, waking up 2 days after the debate, and Donald Trump's mugshot is being distributed by multiple mainstream news sources. This is an incredibly dark day in American history, right? Like, to see a president's mugshot. And again, like, I'm so sorry to say this, but it's it is shocking. Like, it is just shocking, and it shows just a horrible devolution of progress. And I think, as everything we do as humans, it comes down to people, processes, and tools, right? And processes are law, right? And tools, would be, screwdrivers and things we used to build, and people, right? And actually, what are the tools of politics? Cameras, process of politics is laws, and people is Vivek Ramaswamy and Donald Trump. And we are failing horribly on the people level. The Democrats, I don't think they have any idea how destructive this is, because we should never reach here. There's no world in which any U.S. president should be mugshot. It's ridiculous. We can't, and especially over things that both of the current candidates have done. Or they're like, oh, you took some classified documents, mugshot. Oh, hey, President Biden, you took some classified documents. Here's a mug of coffee. Mugshot for you, mug of coffee for the other one. It's just outrageous, And so Americans are faced with this issue where it looks like the law itself is going to be it's being used as a political weapon, and it's horrendous, right? And they're saying the quiet part loud. They're like, oh, we need to get this through so that we can get him off the board so he can't run for president. Right? Literally, they're like, oh, we definitely need this this date to be March. On any other case, it'd be a year and a half out. Right? But they're rushing it in order to get this bizarre situation to happen, right? It is very, very strange, right? So, and Vivek finds himself in the middle of it. He's trying to make a normal run, to run for president, right? And I think Vivek is really very in the middle of this, right? And one of the reasons why is where Vivek is really starting to land is, I think he is going to be. It's going to start to become. I think it's going to start to become very clear that Vivek is an escape hatch for Donald Trump. So basically, so President Donald Trump's followers, first and foremost, they want him to be president, right? But as this goes forward, if they realize that the Democrats are not going to stop, and that they are very serious about attempting to put President Donald Trump literally in prison, they may get to a point where they're like, you know what, this really isn't, this isn't about the presidency. This is about keeping our guy out of prison, right? And they know Vivek Ramaswamy is a lock to get out of jail free card, because he said it flat out. He'll take care of President Donald Trump. He will pardon, right? So I actually think more and more Donald Trump supporters are going to be looking at Vivek Ramaswamy as an escape hatch, saying, okay, we might not be in the running for president at all anymore. We really might be in the running to make sure that President Donald Trump's legacy is safe, not as a criminal, but as a president, right? And keep him out of prison, right? And so, and just so that he can finish his, years in the 80s in a safe place. Very interesting times. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing and have a wonderful millennium.